Okay. So it's August 21st. It's been like over a month since I've done a video. Um, there's been a lot of changes, um, and I can actually say for the first time in a while that I'm like, I feel happiness, and it's not been without struggles. Those of you who've been following my journey and know what it's been like. Um, but I can say that I'm grateful. My true self is grateful. um, and I wanted to talk about a little bit about kind of like the law of attraction and just kind of grace. And okay, so I've been doing a lot of meditation, a lot of praying, and pretty much surrendering, and just got down on my knees and got prayed, and kind of like, I can't do this on my own. I need help. And so, and before that shift, like if you watch the video from like a month ago, I was still, I was starting to make that shift, but I was still kind of like, still struggling. And I'm not saying all my struggles went away and everything's, but I'm in a good place. I like where I am right now. I'm taking a cooking class, among other things. I'm doing volunteer and serving to others. Um, I'm working on my next book, yay! Which is um, From Darkness to Light, about my journey. Um, just as a soul, kind of like from everything going from, going from a child who didn't feel loved and to the person that radiates love and helps others now. And it's just kind of like, as I said before, we are all made up of stories, and we choose how we want our life to go. So me surrendering, me allowing all the blessings to come into my life, because I was grateful for everything. Like some mornings I'd wake up and I'm just like, okay, well, I'm grateful for this cup of coffee and the birds singing. And as days went on, longer and longer, I found I had more things to be grateful for. You know, the smiles from my kids, hugs from them, and more time with my kids and things like that. And it's like I found I had more abundance. The universe and God was giving me more great things to be grateful for. And as I said before, miracles take time. Miracles take time. You know, we're all miracles. I think of how a baby is born. I think that in itself is a miracle. So it's like I am proof that you can go through anything and overcome it. I've still not fully gotten there yet, but I'm working not only for now, but a plan for my future. Like I'm talking about going back to school, and I want to get my kind of do social work, or not really social work, but like kind of, well, it would be kind of considered social work, but humanitarian, to kind of help with other and help other families and other parents. And um, I've started connecting other parents to resources in the community, and that I really like doing that. I really like. I'm good at research, and I'm good at the internet stuff, and I'm really good at what's going on in the community, and really good at finding resources. And I know had I not gone through this journey, I wouldn't have found this talent. I wouldn't have found I wouldn't have, known all this. And I'm so grateful for everyone that's been on this journey to help me to get to where I am now. I kind of went kicking and screaming a lot to get to this point, but it's, yeah, I don't know what that light means. Tell me the battery's dying or something. But I'm just, oh, my battery is dying. I'm seeing the joy more in life, and I'm laughing and I'm happy. And this afternoon, I didn't go outside very much because there's we have all kinds of fires, which is, I like to say a prayer for all the families that are out of their homes right now. I can't even think, I don't remember how many fires. Hang on, I have to get the charge, otherwise this little thing's going to be over. So there's so many families right now in the area that their homes, they've just been like, they've had to evacuate from their homes due to all the fires. And so right now there is an air quality, like a advisory for air, and I had to use my inhaler like 3 times today. And so normally I go out and sit on the back patio, but I'm like, I can't do that. So I just went out and danced around the living room today, turned up the music and laughed, and it was silly, and it's like, it feels so good to find the joy and be happy. I feel like I was so worried about getting to the end, getting to this, end of this struggle, that I forgot to enjoy the journey. And it's easy to do that. So, yeah, I want to say a prayer for all those families that are in the fire or having lost their homes, and I just pray that they're safe and they're taken care of, and that God will provide for them and watch over them and just keep them all safe and protected, because there's so many families right now that are just, it's devastating. I don't remember how many fires we have in our area right now, but there's a couple up north and there's a couple on the eastern side. But it's just horrible right now. This weather is so dry, and then the fires are just like, and then now the air is like ash. So, which brings me to my next point. No matter what journey we're on, there's always going to be things like this that come up. And despite bumps in the road, I now see that it doesn't mean that's a complete, well, that's it. That's before I would have, I needed to have everything planned out, and I would have freaked out, and, I tried to control everything, and now I'm just kind of like a little more flexible, and just kind of not pushing back and letting things go, kind of letting more sort, allowing the universe to be in control, allowing God to be in control, allowing, realizing that I haven't healed all my things, but I've healed so much. I have so much. One of my things I had to work on, and I'll say it now, I would have said it a few months ago, was I struggled with myself. My self-image, my self-worth. Not really image, but a lot of that stems back from how I grew up. you know, core programming and core, you know. So a lot of it was self-esteem. Didn't feel worthy. Didn't feel, and so I had to justify that by, you know, seeking. I had to go within myself. And if you watch some of my earlier videos, you'll see it was a struggle, and I didn't want to have to do it. I kicked and I screamed and I fought every person who was helping me on this journey. And and like a big 2-year-old sometimes, or a 3-year-old doesn't get a nap. So, but here I am. And if I gave up and I didn't, you know, I wouldn't have. It's hard to say, oh yeah, I have self-esteem issues, or I have, you know, didn't realize that I didn't value myself. It's hard to see that, hard to say that, and but now I just see so many doors opening for me, and I just feel abundance of love, and it's like I am compassionate and loving, and I radiate love. We all do. I mean, we all. But here's the thing: we all have things that we have to overcome. On this journey. And I didn't honestly think I had anything. Yeah, I'm not kidding. So I always thought it was everyone else. Everyone else needs to do their thing. But, and then finally I stopped and I was still and I listened. It's so hard to be still sometimes and listen, be present. And then finally I had to surrender. Also hard, so worthwhile, because here I am. When I found my joy. So I encourage all of you to go deep, find your wounds. It's going to be painful, it's going to be ugly. You're probably not going to like it. But you know what? At the end of the day, you'll come out stronger and your light will shine like a new. So I leave you with this. Let your light shine. Never let it go out. And because, someone needs your star. We're all here, teachers. We're all here to teach each other. We're all here, students learning. We're all here on this thing of life to better ourselves. Trying to be better, imperfect humans than we were the day before, I think, or that, keep moving forward and keep doing what you're doing. You're amazing. You're wonderful. You're loved, and